Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how you actually get the autopilot mission planner hooked up to our X2 controller. This is specific for the X2 controller only. So the first thing you want to do is either download from our website or from Autopilot the latest mission planner installer. It's an MSI file. From our website it's a zip file. And also the driver for the X2, which is available on our website, which is basically just a STM32 USB drive. So what you're gonna do is first of all install the drive. Say you have downloaded both to your download folder, you just double click and confirm this, and it will just install the device driver. STM microelectronics, these are USB ports, so this is a STM signed driver. It's nothing special. You can find it on the STM website as well. It's a little bit tricky. After that you click finish, and then this is a zip file, so you open that zip file, and in that zip file you will find the actual MSI file, the installer file. You just double click that, and it's already installed, so you just click on the standard and go through it. It will install it, confirm, validating install, and after the mission planner is installed, this is just a standard install. After the mission planner is installed, you're good to go. What you want to do next is open the device manager. And once you plug in the controller, it will show up here under ports. So let's just wait until this finishes. Let's see. Yeah, finish. So mission planner is installed. Now once you plug in the helicopter, which I will do now, you should see a new COM port, serial port popping up here. So I plug this in, and you will hear a sound. And it's pretty fast, so it's already in here. You want to wait until the controller actually finishes the boot up sequence, but it doesn't really matter. So this might, on the first plug-in, this might take a little bit. I already plugged it in before, so this comes up quite fast once you plug it in. Once this is actually coming up here, you start the mission planner, and in mission planner you will get that little window here, and there's a couple of things, but it's fairly simple. We're just going to walk you through connecting it and setting up the compass in here. There's a lot of parameters that one can tweak, but it's not very intuitive. It all goes via this config. It's a big list of parameters that will show up here. So what you do is just to get this done, to get the compass recalibrated. In case you need that, you check that COM port, whatever it is that just popped up. It's German here, so it says serial USB device COM6, and you hit the connect button. And if everything's fine, this will actually trying to do something and getting the parameters, and you will see that these values go live. You will see the battery voltage if it's plugged in. You will have all these messages here. Now you're basically good to go. You can check the messages. It should actually say something like maybe the helicopter is not, the RC is not connected, maybe you haven't plugged the battery and it says RC not found. You really don't need the RC to be on, you don't need the battery to be plugged in. This is always going to be powered up by the USB alone. This is enough to actually power up the GPS and the magnetometer that's sitting on the GPS unit. So, common misconception, there are two magnetometers. One is on the X2 controller and one is back on the GPS unit. Since the controller is too close to the ESC battery wires, to the motor, the magnetic interference is too big there. It doesn't work. You can't actually use that, so I'll show you exactly how that looks. So we go to the setup here, mandatory hardware, and compass. So it's setup, mandatory hardware, compass, and you see there are actually two identical parts that are hooked up to the system. This one is the onboard one, which is not used. You see, it's actually not being considered here. It just says use compass 1, which is priority is this one. So the other one is completely ignored. This is the directions installed. Don't change anything there. It's an external one. Check, make sure that this is checked. Use compass 1. Nothing you need to change here. This is all preset. The only thing you need to do is basically hit that start button. And once you hit that start button, what you will actually see is, and I will overlay a video, I think, of the movement. I'll just give you a graphic and post edit. You click that start button, and you will see how this ID here actually starts to go up and go up as you rotate these the machine in all dimensions. And it's a little bit tiresome because you just have to rotate it in all the directions until this basically says I'm good to go, I'm happy with your calibration, rotated the helicopter long enough on all axes, which is just something you have to finish. And if there's no magnetic interference, because this will basically fail, and once this goes to 100%, it says success here, and please reboot the autopilot. You should do that actually. Which you can do here. And now you're rebooted. If you go back to data, it says here ready to arm. Not ready to arm, yeah, basically we don't have GPS, we don't have a few things that are not, that the controller is not happy with, but once you put it flat on the floor, yeah, we will actually get back to this, and yeah, now there's no battery connected and whatnot, so this is all fine. Basically, this was the calibration. You won't be actually able to see an issue unless you're actually outdoors with the GPS on. It will tell you an error here in this field where it will say that the IMUs and the compass are misaligned. There will be a compass error here. It will show a compass error basically, so it means that the compass and the IMU are not lined up. This is basically what this calibration just did. It just lines up the vectors of the IMU with the vectors of the compass. And if there are some magnets that interfere, you will have an issue. One more thing is this calibration can fail if you don't have the canopy on, because as soon as you put the canopy on, this can actually cause a different alignment of the magnetometer inside the helicopter, because there's some magnets in the canopy. It depends on the model, it depends on where the magnets are, but it is a possibility, and we always recommend you to do this calibration with the canopy on.